Wonka was written and directed by Paul King, who made both the wonderful Paddington 1 and 2, and this is the origin story of Willy Wonka, played by Timothée Chalamet. To be more specific, it's about dreams of opening a shop in a city renowned for its chocolate. A young and poor Willy Wonka discovers that the industry is run by a cartel of greedy chocolatiers. Now, I did rewatch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory from 1971 starring Gene Wilder because why not? It is still a wonderful film from Gene Wilder's fantastically performance. I didn't bother rewatching Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from 2005 starring Johnny Depp, and to be honest with you, I was absolutely okay with that. And here we are with Wonka. I wasn't confident when seeing the two trailers, but I kept on saying to myself, it's okay, it's Paul King, this is the same filmmaker behind Paddington 1 and 2. Now after seeing Wonka, I was quite surprised, and I found it to be a sweet, cute and fine film. Timothée Chalamet's lead performance as Willy Wonka I thought was fine. I did not find him as good as Gene Wilder's dry and subtle presence. However, I found him to be better and less annoying than Johnny Depp. Chalamet's performance does show that familiar, passionate, kind, creative, and sometimes crazy Willy Wonka we all know and love. While I feel he does try and show some care and effort, it honestly wasn't the most memorable and striking performance, and in my opinion with Timothée Chalamet, I do find him to be a better actor in dramas. So I felt in the end he is between Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp. All of the supporting performances were excellent, and I could tell everyone was having a great time making this film, who would be Olivia Colman, Keegan-Michael Key, Jim Carter and Sally Hawkins. Also Patterson Joseph, Matt Lucas and Matthew Bainton as the three rich, greedy villains who were intentionally over the top and full of personalities. Calla Lane as the character Noodle I thought was also excellent, and I found both her and Wonka's chemistry to be great from their similar backgrounds of both being orphans and the current problems they both face together. I thought I would also mention that Rowan Atkinson is in this as the minor role of Father Julius, who looks happy enough to be there for him to do his magic of being a ledge and receive his paycheck. Motion capture CGI Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa was absolutely fine, and because he is in a Paul King film, once again, he looked like he was having a lot of fun. I will say that the design was sometimes distracting and odd, and specifically I'm talking about with the close-up shots, as you will see more detail. However, when you would see a medium shot or a two-shot with the Oompa Loompa and Wonka, it was honestly not that bad. The film has great music, and with this being a musical, it also has some great singing and dance choreography. In addition, the costumes, CGI, editing and cinematography were all good and neat stuff. It has a very self-aware and intentional tone that feels similar to the two Paddington films, which has now become the Paul King style in filmmaking, especially from the humour, where it's full of quirkiness, wittiness, and makes it all appropriate for both kids and adults viewing. All of these technical aspects I give credit to just how once again Paul King as a director continues to show how talented and passionate he is. Now regarding the story of Wonka, I felt the setup was really strong, as I was pulled in immediately when Wonka started singing and just being in a world full of magic and spirit. And I was interested to see where the story would go of how Willy Wonka created and sold his chocolate, and, you know, hoping that he succeeds. However, I felt the execution was weak and it had lost its spirit for me. I felt the story had gotten less magical, less exciting and had moments of predictability. When Paul King made the two Paddington films, the execution moments were always full of fun, with a variety of feelings and reactions to process and remember. With Wonka, I unfortunately did not feel that, and this may not have helped from the predictable moments and the less fun direction the film took, in my opinion. Still, in the end, I found Wonka to be a fine and watchable film. I am confident this will do very well in the box office, and it will possibly be this year's Christmas hit. I do think a lot of people will enjoy this, and I do think some people will find it to be a cash grab. For myself, I'm in the middle. There was a lot to appreciate and enjoy from a technical point of view. I felt the story had a strong, exciting setup, but an execution that was weak and predictable, which was a shame. Check out Wonka now in UK cinemas. Based on my Letterboxd rating, I'm going to give Wonka 3 stars out of 5. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts about the film in the comments below. And if you liked what you watched, feel free to subscribe. Look out for more videos coming your way.